I will never forget this story. Every time I remember it, a never-ending sorrow cuts through my heart. It's been 20 years since we graduated from school. May 26th, the day of the last bell. We, the class of 2004, gathered again. Old desks, old friends, old classrooms, all those childhood memories came flooding back to our souls. Some flew in from cities, others came from faraway countries. Some said they wouldn't come, but in the end, their hearts couldn't resist. Nurgle came too. We were all so happy to see her. She was one of the smartest, most beautiful girls in school. Always bright, cheerful, kind, a friend whose laughter we could never forget. But this time, she was different. Her eyes were sad. There was a smile on her face, but something was hidden deep in her heart. Next to her stood her husband. Thick black eyebrows, heavy stare, never smiled. He looked like a man who trusted no one. At first glance, it might have seemed like he loved her deeply, but we later realized this was not love. He wouldn't let her out of his sight, wouldn't allow her to speak to any classmates. If she got too close to us, his voice would rise, his eyes would harden. I gently told her, "Come sit with us. Let's remember the old days." She smiled slightly but didn't move. Then she looked me in the eye and quietly said, "If only you knew. I came here crying inside. I brought my soul back to life today, but I'm going right back to hell." My heart clenched. I wanted to do something, anything, but didn't want to cause a scene in front of everyone. After the concert, people were taking photos, hugging, saying goodbye. Nurgle slowly walked away. Behind her, her husband was yelling, "Why are you smiling? Who were you talking to?" 2 hours later, the phone rang. Nurgle was dead. When she returned home, a terrible fight broke out. Her husband beat her. He used the class photo as an excuse. "You humiliated me in front of everyone," he screamed. His jealousy had turned into an illness, not just possessiveness, control, intimidation, violence. He tied her by the legs, dragged her behind a horse, took her into an empty field, and shot her with an automatic rifle. Police later caught him. He never showed regret. He said, "I took the law into my own hands." That day, I remembered the pen Nurgle gave me back in 5th grade. She said, "Write everything you want to, Aisulu." Today, I can't write with that pen anymore because when a person's freedom, life, and smile are taken away, what words could ever bring them back? This wasn't just a one-day tragedy. It was the final scream of a hell that had been building for years. Nurgle had been enduring. She had been quietly surviving things we never saw, words we never heard, and torment we never imagined. Later, her closest friend told us, "I forgot what it feels like to be a woman," she would cry. "I wasn't allowed to choose my own clothes, to talk to friends, to work, or even to look beautiful." David, her husband, was charming in the beginning, they said. When they first got married, everything seemed fine, but only the first year. Then slowly, he began to change. He started checking her phone, asking her, "Where are you? Who are you seeing?" He would follow her, interrogate her. One time, when she was late from work, he locked the door and wouldn't let her out again. When she was talking to classmates, he pulled her into a room and yelled at her. Once, he beat her badly and said, "Your eyes sparkle, you're embarrassing me." Then, like always, he apologized. "I love you," he'd say. And just like that, she fell deeper into the web of abuse, disguised as love. Her friend once recalled, "I'm only living for my children. If not for them, I'd be long gone. If I could just sleep peacefully for one day, Nurgle was not just a victim. She was the voice of thousands of women, women who suffer silently, whose cries are never heard. After her death, many women in the village cried quietly. Some said, I'm living like that too. Why do we endure? Because the neighbor does too. Because what will people say? Because if I leave, where will I go? But Nurgle didn't simply stay. She endured and endured until there was nothing left of her to give. She didn't disappear. She fought until the very end. Today I speak her name, because if we stay silent, tomorrow, someone else's fate might be the same. Her husband may have taken her life, but he could never silence her voice. Nurgle now lives in the voices of thousands of women. Are you listening?